Hello! So today I thought I would make a video about how Woden became Santa Claus or Saint Nikolaus or Sinterklaas. So long before Christianity reached Germanic Europe, the Germanic tribes celebrated Yule. Midwinter was a time of firelight, feasting, and powerful rituals meant to carry people through the darkest nights of the year. During Yule, it was believed that Woden rode across the winter sky at the head of the wild hunt. A thundering host of spirits, ancestors, and warriors sweeping over the land. But Woden wasn't only a war leader. He was a gift giver of wisdom, a wanderer in disguise, a judge of men's deeds. Children left hay or grain for his great horse, Sleipnir, as we say in Saxon, and Sleipnir, as they say in Norse. So, Sleipnir, the sky-riding horse, Woden's mount, was the legendary eight-legged horse Sleipnir. Sleipnir was a creature of supernatural speed and magic, able to carry Woden between worlds and fly through the winter night. The image of a sky-riding gift-bringer traces back to this moment, Woden on Sleipnir during Yule. Centuries later, when old traditions merged with Christian ones, Sleipnir's 8 legs survived symbolically as Santa's 8 reindeer. So, Woden was famous for his many names, titles he used while traveling the world in secret. Among these names were Old Saxon Niku and the Norse Nikur, names connected to ideas of attacker, spirit, or shapeshifter. And here's where the history becomes folklore, so to say. These names sounded very similar to Nikolaus, the Christian saint whose legend evolved into Sinterklaas and eventually the modern Santa Claus. So, although Nikolaus originally came from the Greek Nikolaus, glaube, wie ist es gesagt, the sound overlap made it easy for Germanic peoples to blend their ancient winter god with the figure of Saint Nikolaus. So, Woden didn't vanish, he transformed. The merging of Woden and Saint Nikolaus, or Santa Claus, in medieval Europe was celebrated as a generous bishop who protected children. As Christianity spread across the Germanic world, people persevered their beloved winter traditions by merging Woden with Nikolaus. The fusion created a new winter figure, stitched from both sacred past, Woden, the wandering gift-giver god, head of the wild hunt, and Nikolaus, the holy gift-giver, Sleipnir's 8 legs to 8 reindeer, Yule offerings to the horse, to carrots and cookies for the reindeer, Woden's hidden name echoing Nikolaus, Woden's northern realm, Santa Claus, lives in the North Pole. So in the Low Countries, this hybrid became Sinterklaas, a white-bearded man in winter robes who traveled rooftops on horseback, leaving gifts for children. Dutch settlers brought Sinterklaas to America, where he slowly transformed into what we know today as Santa Claus. By 1800s, writers and illustrators completed the change. The wandering Woden became a jolly old man in the red. His magical horse became a sleigh drawn by 8 reindeer. His judgment of men and deeds became naughty or nice. His winter flighting became Christmas Eve. His long beard and deep wisdom became Santa Claus' iconic image. Even Santa's all-knowing nature echoes Woden, the ancient wisdom father. In 1939, the ninth reindeer, Rudolph with the red nose, was added. And that was, sozusagen, the last piece of this modernized legend, but never erase the ancient roots beneath it. 1,000 years in a single night. So when Santa rides through the sky each Christmas Eve, he carries with him more than presents. He carries a millennium of memory. Part St. Nicolaus, part Sinterklaas, and part Woden, the winter wanderer, whose horse once thundered through the Yuletide night. In every Christmas tale, a shadow of the old Germanic god remains. From the 8 reindeer, to the northern home, to the secret names that echo between Nico und Nikolaus. Und das war's. Tschüss.